had the pleasure to work with both Mike and Steve, and both on stage, sharing the stage with them as a fellow actor and as a director. Both really great guys.
People who are first-timers to the group, or even first-timers to theater, are really very special to the director. And Mike was a first-timer, not only to our theater, but to all theater. And it's so wonderful to find a talent like that, to put them on stage and to build other people around them and to see them blossom and come back and do more. Not even just on stage, but even to becoming president of our board before he left.
In One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest was his first show, and we were in that together. And he was hilarious. He had to come on and start smoking a certain substance, and all of us wondered exactly how well he'd do that. And he got on stage, and he was so perfect. We teased him for the rest of the show about he must have done it before.
As I think about Steve and I look around the theater, I realize all of the things that aren't going to get done without Steve. You don't have anybody changing the signboard out front. You don't have anybody taking headshots for the shows. You don't have anybody just walking around when you don't realize it, spraying weeds or doing gardening or taking care of those little things that you never realized how they got done until one day you catch Steve's car in the parking lot and you realize it was Steve.
Theater 40 years, and in all that time Steve is probably one of the most giving people I have ever met, not just in time and certainly the time that he's put in on the board with marketing and the pure money giving to the group here, but in knowledge, because there wasn't a show that he didn't work where he wasn't trying to teach someone in the show, whether they were new or not, or impart a little bit of the knowledge that he had about theater. Truly wonderful to work with someone with that amount of time behind him.
Steve was very generous with giving his time and his own personal talents to the theater, in marketing and in contacting people he knew and that sort of thing. And I think there are a lot of things that wouldn't have happened at TCP if Steve weren't willing to be a part of them with everybody else.
I have to say that being able to work with both of them in that context, both the very experienced and old and the very new, and I would say old too, but he would, he'd reach down and smack me, but great experience for me and something that will always touch me that I'll remember.
That's perfect.